Poverty and inequality remain pressing challenges across the world and in the African continent. To tackle them effectively, we need policies and programs that work for the right people, in the right way, and at the right cost. At the Pan-African Collective for Evidence, we see evidence as central to answering these questions. What works, for whom, how, and at what cost? Evidence ensures that governments and practitioners can implement policies effectively. There are three areas where we see the value of evidence. First, equity. Evidence ensures that the voices of marginalized communities are heard, as evidence captures their lived experiences. Secondly, the use of evidence ensures that scarce resources are used efficiently. And lastly, accountability. Evidence use ensures that decision makers can be held accountable for their decisions. For us, evidence is not just technical, it's about improving lives. This is how we support evidence-informed decision-making in the fight against poverty and inequality. Now, we will show how PACE improved lives in 2025 through the work we do. Local government is closest to people's daily lives: water, sanitation, safe roads, functioning clinics, responsive services. In just 6 weeks, our team partnered with the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs and the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation to build an evidence base for the revision of South Africa's White Paper on Local Government. This all-hands sprint answered a critical question: what does the evidence say about strengthening local government? When municipalities improve, millions of lives improve. Institutionalizing evidence means embedding it into everyday government decisions. Our work with the Western Cape Provincial Data Office focuses on building sustainable systems where evidence informs planning, policy, and implementation. This is systems change in action, stronger governments from within. In another collaboration with the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, we created a national evaluation evidence map, a single, accessible view of all evaluations across South Africa. By making this evidence base easily accessible, we support better program design and stronger accountability. Ending gender-based violence requires strong evidence. We support the implementation of the National Strategic Plan on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide by maintaining a living evidence map on gender in South Africa, strengthening South Africa's research and information base to design effective policies and interventions in the fight against the scourge of GBVF. While femicide reviews are common in high-income countries, in 2025 we began piloting them in South Africa, a country with one of the highest femicide rates in the world. This work generates actionable recommendations to reduce femicide and protect women's lives. Across every project, the story is the same. Evidence changes lives. Better decisions lead to stronger services, safer communities, and reduced inequality. This is the power of evidence in action. Evidence must shape global decision-making by contributing to global platforms like United Nations Climate Change Conference and United Nations General Assembly. We ensure African evidence and perspectives influence international discussions. In the theme of contributing to global movements, we hosted 250 participants from around the world to define global evidence synthesis structures through the Evidence Synthesis Infrastructure Collaborative, a monumental shift in the ecosystem. Evidence use is only as strong as the people who champion it. That's why we invest in building evidence communities in Africa. The Africa Evidence Youth League brings together emerging leaders to build networks, share ideas, develop careers, and strengthen institutions. In Benin, we convened 250 Africa Evidence Network members for the first bilingual evidence conference, including 60 young leaders collaborating across borders. Evidence improves decisions. Better decisions reduce poverty and inequality. This is how PACE changes lives. Join us in supporting evidence-informed solutions that make a real difference.